For today, I had no idea who Tama was, but that right there is how you clear a bitch. Ah! You already know somebody's like, you're ruining somebody's life over a word. It's free speech. What happened to free speech?
Hi lovelies, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Belinda Strana. Thank you so much for all the love and support. To my returning subscribers, those people that share my videos, leave commentaries, and also educate each and every one of us. You guys are the real MVPs.
So, information reaching me now is that a YT naval officer decided that he was going to F around by using a slur on a black dude on his life. And now, this white naval officer is finding it out the hardest of way. Lovelies, I'm just going to roll the clip because when I saw this, I thought that I was just going to show it because they say that everything in life have a consequences. Reactions have a price. Anyways, lovelies, why don't just leave me your own thought in the comment section of what you think of this video. And please do not forget that we do not support any form of bullying and harassment. We are just here for educational and informative purposes. Alright, lovelies, let's dive into it.
To the white guy that called me slurs over and over again in my live stream the other night for no reason, guess what? You're gonna get kicked out of the United States Navy. You know how they tell us that we should be careful what we do on social media because there could be real life consequences? Hi, my name's Real Life Consequence. I've done a thorough background check and now I know everything about you. I know what little town in Texas you're from. I know your name, your phone number, your email address. I've seen your disciplinary records. I know the names of all of your family members, including your dead mother and your daughter who turns 2 next week, and her mother who's gonna have to pay for all the birthday presents this year because you came into my live stream and saw a black man who was talking about Pokemon cards and video games, and you assumed, yeah, he's not gonna do anything if I call him slurs repeatedly even though he's trying to help me. Turns out I am gonna do something. Turns out there are so many things I can do because I have all the screenshots, I have all of the recordings. I know that after you left my live stream, you went into someone else's and started talking about how much you love Jesus and God and the Bible. So maybe I should send that evidence to the church you go to in that little town we both know about. I know exactly which boat in the Navy you serve on, and I know the names of black sailors that serve on the same boat as you. Maybe I'll send the clips to them as well. But only after I send them to the Naval Inspector General's office because I'm getting you fired. I'm getting you kicked out of the Navy. There's nothing you can do to stop me. There is no apology I will accept. There is no excuse I will listen to. There is no money you could offer me. You're getting fired. And when you're working the graveyard shift in an Amazon warehouse and your back hurts and your feet hurt and those white bright lights are beating down on you and the teenager who still has his life ahead of him walks up to you and says, "What are you doing here?" Tell him the truth. Tell him about me. Ahead of him walks up to you and says, "What are you doing here?" Tell him the truth. Tell him about me.
I love this song. I have the number of times I just sat and watched this TikTok over and over again because I love it so much. Oh, it's ridiculous. Also, for no reason whatsoever, I looked up everything you lose when you are dishonorably discharged, and you lose fucking everything. No VA benefits, no health care, no GI Bill, no home assistance, no transition support, no military funeral, no student loans, no government assistance. You no longer be able to own a firearm. Depending on where you live, you may lose your right to vote. Holding certain public offices may be restricted or prohibited. A dishonorable discharge disqualifies you from most federal jobs. The discharge acts as a significant barrier in civilian employment as employers often check discharge documents. The background checks, this is my favorite part. The discharge is a permanent part of your record and cause you to get ghosted during the process. I love this TikTok. I could just watch it all day over and over and over again. It's beautiful.
Somebody in the Twitch chat said, "Why did you get so hurt by N-word?" Genuine question. I'll give you a genuine answer. People who look like me used to get eaten in this country. People who look like me used to have parts of their bodies cut off and then fed to them. People who look like me used to get used for alligator bait in this country, and we couldn't do anything about it. So when people say it's not that deep, it's always that deep. It will always be that deep. People used to be able to say that word to me, and everybody else would just clap. And then if I said anything, I might end up in a tree. That's how it used to be. That's how it used to be. If I can make sure you get punished, I'm gonna do it. And I'm not finna apologize to nobody for that. Maybe just leave me alone next time.
Okay, so I commend the way that this creator handled that entire situation, and I think that that was an amazing thing that he did. And I also commend his explanation of why that word hurt him and why that word itself is hurtful towards people like me and him. With that being said, I am so fucking sick to death of you people asking us why we don't like that word. I'm so sick of you guys trying to justify it by saying, oh, it's just a word. Well, why did that upset you so much? It is a racial slur that is used to hurt, belittle, and demean people of color, black people of color. It is a word that is used to talk down to us, and nobody has ever said that word in a kind way. Anyone who uses that word is trying to degrade a black person. As a black person, you have to fight every day just to exist peacefully anywhere you are, be it on the internet or be it just walking down the street, because the entire world has something to say about you. I wouldn't trade being born black for anything in the world, and I wouldn't change myself just to please a racist, xenophobic society. As a matter of fact, I couldn't be happier that I was born black, because when you are born black, you see people for what they truly are. People's true colors always come to the surface. People always reveal who they actually are. You might masquerade as good people, but you always find out who they really are as a black person. But the fact that people are even asking that ignorant ass question, asking, well, why did that word upset you so much? It is a literal slur that is used to upset, and I am so tired of non-black people asking that dumbass question. Now, the way he handled it was amazing, but this video enraged me, and it wasn't because of him. It's because someone had the audacity to have the nerve to even ask that. I was on live one night, and someone came in disguising themselves as a business I shop with. I'm not going to say what tag they were using, because this business had nothing to do with it, and I don't want them dragged through the mud. But they said, disclaimer, we don't sell to... And I saw it, I just rolled my eyes and said, cute, yeah, you're saying that behind a private account. I had to develop a very thick skin with that word, especially being an alternative black woman, because when I've rejected white men, that's the first thing they wanted to call me in the past. Even men I was dating, when they were trying to upset me, when their usual stuff didn't work, they resorted to that word, while claiming that they weren't like that, but they were just upset that they weren't getting a reaction out of me. People use that word to evoke pain and a reaction out of the person they're using it towards. People use that word to harass. So the fact that someone even had to ask, well, why did that hurt you so much? The word is designed to hurt. And the fact that someone was ignorant enough to ask that dumbass question just infuriates me. Stop asking black people why that word upsets us so much, when that is literally the purpose and intent behind using that word. We live in a society as black people that tries to gaslight us in situations of that nature by telling us stuff like, oh, it's just a word and you're letting them have power over you. No, it's not just a word. It's a hurtful racial slur. And you trying to gaslight us into thinking that we're the problem by not liking it is bull fucking shit. And the most fucked up yet funny thing about it is the people who try to diminish the pain that that word causes and what that word's impact is on people who it's used against couldn't stand living that reality for 10 minutes without checking out, because I guarantee you they couldn't handle the same type of energy being directed towards them. But they don't have fucking empathy as another human being to try to put themselves in a black person's shoes who has to consistently deal with that bullshit. And of course, when we try to talk, we get other people who talk over us, try to make the whole thing about them, try to tell us like, oh, other people deal with it too. People are always yelling over black voices, and I'm fucking done with it. If you really have to sit there and ask a black person why they don't like a literal slur that is used to hurt, that is used to cause pain to someone just for being born the way they are, you just genuinely don't give a fuck. Because you know what the definition of that word is. You know what it was used for. You know that it's to cause pain. And to ask a black person, well, why do you care so much about something that's deliberately designed to hurt you, is bullshit. You people lack emotional intelligence and empathy, and I am so damn sick of this bullshit. And I'm sure the black community as a whole is as well. Again, nothing but respect for this creator. I followed him the day I saw that video when he was talking about the incident in the live with the Pokemon cards. I will never respect people who try to first diminish a literal slur and second have to ask the people who that slur is designed to hurt, well, why does it hurt you so much? Never. Stop it. You are willfully being ignorant, and you are willfully showing that you don't give a singular fuck about how that nasty word affects the people it's directed at. And you know what? I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it. Enough is enough. A lot of y'all are getting way too fucking comfortable. And y'all are sitting there thinking that there are no repercussions, but you got guys like this who aren't just letting you slide. And You people who do these things don't seem to care until it negatively affects you, and then you want to cry about it. Because my freedom of speech, that protects you from the government, not consequences. Remember that. As another black person that's into Pokemon, I get a lot of people who either try to push me out of the spaces or talk down to me or say I don't know what I'm talking about. Me being alt as well, and a lot of other alt, black individuals on this app could probably tell you the same story about people trying to use that word to hurt us and push us out of spaces and devalue us as human beings. But I think the best thing that black people can do in this situation is, first things first, not let this shit slide, and second, keep existing in these spaces. Show them that their bigotry and hatred and anger is not going to drive us away from these spaces. They don't have to like the fact that we exist, just like we don't have to tolerate their bullshit. And as that creator stated, maybe next time, just leave us the fuck alone. Yeah.
Somebody.
For today, I had no idea who Tama was, but that right there is how you clear a bitch. Ah! You already know somebody's like, you're ruining somebody's life over a word. It's free speech. What happened to free speech? It's just a word. It's free speech. Do you know what free speech means? It means you're free from persecution from the government. It means you're free from getting arrested. It does not mean you're free from consequences, baby girl. You have the right to say whatever you want, and people have the right to respond in kind.
Look at me, okay? Look at me. Actions have consequences, okay? And freedom of speech does not equate to freedom of consequences or freedom of accountability. It is human nature to not be held accountable or not to like accountability. But then when you do something that you know is not good, but you just do it for entertainment purposes, just know that when accountability hits you, it's gonna hit you real hard. As a black man living in America, I must say that I'm quite disappointed that somebody who identifies as a U.S. Navy SEAL, who's supposed to identify the values of—
Woo! Girl, I love a good get back in someone's big back. Especially when said person was being a little racist. And has a wife, 2 children. She probably doesn't work because he's in the Navy. Just blew it all away. All because he was racist and because he went into a creator's TikTok live stream and decided to yell racial epithets. And my good brother in Christ, Tamo, said, all right, that's okay, I got you. It was over, honey. When I tell you he was working for damn Law and Order SVU Special Victims Unit trying to find that man. Found out where that man worked. Found out who that man's wife was. Found out who that man's children was. He's an officer. He's an officer in the Navy. You about to lose your job. Hey, no, but he did lose his job though. And that sucks because in this economy right now, honey, as a person who's been unemployed for almost a year, actually it's a year this month, this job market is not for the wicked, especially when you got to transition into another, literally start your career basically all over again because you decided to be racist and you got kicked out of the Navy and you lost all your benefits. It's giving all bad. He done lost everything, honey. They probably about to lose the house. The wife's gonna probably end up losing him, honey. And the 2 kids are probably gonna over there be like, girl, daddy, you go over there. You bring too much drama. And me and Mama's were gonna kick it out. Mama's gonna be okay, unless she's racist. If she's racist, then the hell with her too. And the kids. Actually, fuck the whole family. I don't give a damn. But listen, this goes to record to show that us, Negroids, we're not our ancestors, okay? Tamo, honey, you need to call you an attorney, honey, get you a check. That's what I would do, child. I wouldn't be thinking about nobody else except for Benjamin Franklin. Where's my mommy?
The most awesome video, but also the most chilling video I've seen in a while has gone viral on TikTok. This is Tamo. Tamo is a live streamer. He plays video games, talks about Pokemon, and onto his live stream, this bigot came. Started dropping slurs, started saying the most heinous stuff, and just being awful. And Tamo wasn't having a bar of it. Tamo went, got all of the information relating to this guy. Found out he worked in the Navy, found out his wife's name, his deceased parents' name, the name of his town, the name of his ship, all of that stuff. And he put together a dossier that he sent to the Inspector General of the Navy. And this is the line he says, which is, you know how they say that online behaviors sometimes have real life consequences? I'm real life consequences. And it's sort of divided the internet. Some people are in my camp, which is, if you behave badly, you deserve to be called out on it. And good on him. And other people are like, oh, you're taking it too far, you're destroying this person's livelihood. No one told this guy to come on this guy's live stream and be racist and be bigoted and be hateful and be hurtful. No one told him to go and attack. You know, why does he have to sit there and tolerate slurs just because it's a digital format? You would never do that in real life. And the truth of the matter is that bigots need to be called out. They need to be called out. Their behavior needs to be called out. Here's an interesting thing, by the way. He never said the person's name. He didn't dox him. He said, I'm going to get you fired, and revealed all the information that says that he knows what he's talking about. The only person who should be terrified is that bigot. He did it in a way that really was more graceful than the grace that he received. And I think that we're now at the stage where people need to realize that you can't just behave like an absolute grub because you're online, because there will be consequences. And I hope that this causes the next time somebody wants to get up and say something ridiculous and hurtful and completely inappropriate, to just stop and go, oh, maybe I shouldn't do that. Follow me for more legal TikTok.
I'm trying to figure out when y'all gonna learn that you cannot hide behind the internet anymore. You can literally be found through your IP address. All a person really needs is kind of your first and last name, if that. So all y'all keyboard warriors and people that thought you could hide behind fake pages, that time is over. Like, there are no more secrets anymore. You can literally find out anybody's information for free, or you can just pay $20 a month to do a background check on anybody. All you need is their first and last name, and you can literally find down to their great-great-grandma. Y'all better learn to stop playing on this internet. It is not a game. And some people, their tolerance is up to here, and they will out you. Just like Temo, or however you pronounce his name. Yeah, y'all gonna learn.
Like, seriously, lovelies, I think that so many Ray and sis still do not want to believe that being Ray and sis can cost you. It can make you lose so much. It actually to be good. When you're a good person, I think things really will work for you. But when you decide that you are going to be racist towards a fellow human being just like you, even if you're not going to pay for the consequences immediately, I, s- I am someone that actually believes in karma. Yeah, karma comes unexpectedly when you actually think that, oh, ah, I have already done what I want to do, and that's it. But when karma comes running, you become so shocked. And maybe by then, it might actually be too late. So, what does it take for you to be a good human being? What does it really take for you to be of a good behavior and character? What does it really take for you to be a good human being? To treat others just like the way you expect people to treat you? How does it even take so much from some people to actually be of a good character? People will like to lose all of their belongings, like to lose their farmers, all because they want to be real and safe. Like, seriously, it is so ironical that you can actually jeopardize your career, your business, your investment because you want to feel what your ancestors has felt. You want to be put in the shoes of your ancestors, forgetting that we are no more in those days. We are now in a more civilized, you know, community right now. So this dude who is actually known for his live streaming, this brother is just there doing his live streaming that he was actually known for, minding his business just like the way at which people that looks like me keep on minding their business, focusing more on what actually brought him to TikTok than somebody who decided that he is so rare and sees and looking for every opportunity to spew his racism, decided that he was going to join his life and start using racial slur on him, thinking that the same way he's been doing to other people, maybe that looks like me, getting away with it, that this time around he was going to get away with it. But do you know what? He decided to meet with someone who probably gonna be his doom. They said every day for the thief, but one day for the owner. So this dude decided to use his ability to look for his background, like he checked him all background. He found out about his home, his work, his family, his mother. Like, oh my god. I don't think that you can be so rare and cis on this internet age and get away with it. Even if it doesn't hurt you right about now, it might probably hurt you in the future. It might hurt your generation yet unborn. So why is it that people are bent on trying to rule their life? All because they are just so rare and cis. Like, what is wrong with being a good human being? What is wrong with, oh, when you see someone, try to treat this person the same way you expect someone to treat you? Why do you actually want to feel so superior than other people? Like, forgetting that we are in the Stone Age, like we are in the civilized age, thinking that you're not gonna face any form of consequences. Like, how do you even sleep and feel at night when you are all ray and cease to someone, and at the end of the day you retire on your bed and you just smile to yourself and hit your chest like, oh, I just did a very good job today. Yeah, like seriously. And someone keep asking, uh why is this word is just a word? Like, it's just a word. So why do you bend on using that word, which you have been told countless times not to use? Because you are so entitled. Because you felt that you can do anything you want to do and get away with it. Like, anyways, this is just the consequences. You have been told countless times, stop using the N word. The same N word that a woman is passing through difficulties right now. This particular woman who used the same word on a teenager raised over thousands of dollars. But at the end of the day, what happened? The money was frozen. She is now going to be held accountable. So what is the essence of even doing it at first if at the end of the day it is not profitable? If at the end of the day it's something that you're going to regret? Anyway, lovelies, and just leave me your own thought in the comment section. Subscribe to this channel if you're yet to do that. Like, and I will see you, lovelies, when I upload
Me your
the
thought in the
next one.
comment section of what you think of this video. Please do not forget that we do not, support any form of bullying and harassment. We're just here for educational and informative purposes. So please share this video, subscribe, leave a thought, and I will see you, lovelies, when I upload the next one.